All right, next lesson in this whole like how do I learn Python with just Copilot? Kind of interesting. We're gonna hit functions up. So let's hit functions. At some point, I'm gonna try to build like an API or an app or something. But I'm just kind of going over all these real quick. And I'm using Code Academy because they've got a good outline. It's about as good as you can get, I guess. So all right, so let's do lessons. Let's do functions, functions.py. Let me kill these other things so we can just get the functions here. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What good are functions? Kind of important. Let's see here. Function junction. Call and response. And then parameter and arguments. Functions calling functions. All right, let's just do some basic like write a function that takes a string parameter. Will it do it? Will it do it? And returns a number. Okay, whatever. Oh my word! Stop. I'm like in somebody's interview thing. Stop. I don't care about this. Okay. I feel like that was an interview function with one parameter. We'll do it. Okay. Okay. Def print two args. That doesn't look right to me. Just saying. Just saying. Doesn't look right to me. So this print. Okay, so function. So clearly def. But by the way, who decided when you write a function in Python, it's called def? DEF? Is that defined? What does that stand for? I'm going to Google it. What does def stand for in Python? Define. All right, whatever. Actually, they probably explain that here because that Google result was from Code Academy. All right, so defined print to. I hate that. Let's not do print to. Well, that's what it is. So, I mean, this is one parameter, but it kind of feels like. All right, so how do you use this? I don't know if this is the best example, right? Print to, and then if I do this, right, arg1, arg2, right. So this is like in JavaScript, it's an array of arguments. It's the arguments keyword. So that's kind of what they're doing, and this is destructuring it, I guess. And then it's dropping them in here with string formatting. So I don't really like that function, to be honest with you, because it's kind of write a function with an int parameter. Oh my goodness, I'm back to interview questions again. Stop it. I just want you to write one. Okay, do that. No. Okay, so apparently it's, okay, so function with int parameter. Nothing? No, you're not going to do it for me? Okay, here we go. Okay, cool. So then I can say my function 3. It's cool that it wait. It did know that this was a. What? So can you cast? How do you cast? Can you do this? String like that. You can do that, but then that should. Wait, is this a Python thing? How's this working? it what? Is a string. It says it takes a string. A is a string. Okay, so I'm assuming that's how you define a type. So let's do B as an integer, B as an int. B is an, okay, so right. So that's how you define it. But then why does this work? Is Python just not like type safe? Maybe that's what it is. It's not type safe. It's kind of like JavaScript in that regard. Huh. I would have assumed it was type safe. Is there like a Python type safe? Function type safe. Type annotation. Huh, that's kind of cool that it filled that out. Right. But 3 is a number, and that's a string. And actually, this is not right, right? I assume this is a return, so this needs to be return A. Is that what you do? Bum, bum, bum. What'd I do? Oh, didn't close my parentheses. Yeah. So I don't need this. I just need to return it. Okay. Makes sense. The typing is interesting on that. All right, what else am I learning here? So I learned how to define a function and then add a parameter, define a type for that parameter, and then return a type, indicate it returns a type. It's funny though, I don't need to though, right? It'll still, I love how it's trying to help me. Yeah, so I don't need to do it, but I love how Copilot's like, no, put it there. All right, that's cool. I also learned, I guess, Python's not type safe. Oh, what else we got? A function can call another function. Okay, yep. Right. Okay, that's not a Python thing, right? That's just literally inside here you're calling my function, right? Oops. Oh, recursion. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. That's what they're saying there. Practice makes perfect. You're shouting. All right, I'm not worried about that. I know Kung Fu. Example of importing a module. A module is a file that blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but, oh, because they want me to do the square root of a number. Okay, that's fine. So will it do it automatically, though, if I square root? Well, what is, I don't know what Copilot is doing there. Lambda is a type? Oh, crap. What is this? What is this? I don't know what that is. This is interesting, though. So they're saying, yeah, this is already a thing. Right, this doesn't exist, so it should want to import it, right? Yeah, there it is right there. Okay. So that makes sense. And actually, that's VS Code that imported that. I wonder if, like if I take that and I say square root function, will it import it automatically? No. It's going to try to write it. Is it going to read? Okay, right. So it's writing the whole thing itself. So square root import square root from math and use it. Ooh, yeah, do that. Do the thing. Okay, that's cool. Can you put an import at the bottom like this in Python? I don't think you can. Oh, you can. I would assume it would like try to put it up here automatically, but whatever. Cool. Okay. That's legit. Nice. It's interesting I had to tell it to import it. Huh. So, like, what I mean is, let me just remove this really quick. And then clearly this is going to be undefined. So if I said use math square root function, import math, define function, return math square root a. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I mean, it's just wrapping this, but it was smart enough to know to do that. Okay, to import it and then to use this function. And it used the dot syntax instead of, like, if I go back here, So am I going to learn about imports? Yeah, imports here. Okay. So so from math import square root. Okay, that makes sense. So this is the package, and you're saying, like, is it comma separated? Can you just like, yeah, pi? Okay, I see. And then I can just use pi directly. Well, help if I could spell. Float is not called. Wait, float object is not callable. What am I doing? Well, I'm clearly using pi wrong, but I'll deal with that later. That makes sense. Okay, so that's an interesting syntax for from math import square. It's like the opposite in JavaScript or in TypeScript or whatever module. ES6 importing. Ugh, I can't think today. um, that's cool though. That makes sense. I actually kind of like this better because you're saying this is the package and then here's the variables over here. Can I rename this variable? Like, does it say like? Can I do that? No. Like, what if there's a collision? How does that work? Import. Is there like another import? Import square root from. So like if okay, so let's write a function. Let's use our. We just learned how to write a function. Square root. Right. So there's a collision now between this and this. I want to rewrite this. Can I alias this? I don't know how to alias this. Alias a function. Right. So how do you do that up here? Is there like import alias? Import alias from math. Ooh. From math, import as okay. That totally makes sense. Okay, cool. And then you can comma pi PIE as pi just to tick people off. Okay, that's cool. That makes sense. I like that. I'm not gonna do that though, and then we'll just do this. All right, what else we got? Right. Okay. Universal. I wonder. This is obviously something that Copilot can't teach me, but like from math import squirt versus just import math and then it's like you know square root dot or math dot square root and all that. I wonder if there's I assume there's some kind of shaking going on so it doesn't import everything in your app, but it's just the little simple basic things. It's just like you always got to ask questions about. All right, functional imports got that. Universal imports did that. Here be dragons. Universal may look great on the surface, but they're not a good idea for one. They fill your program with tons of variable. Ha ha! That's literally what I was just asking about. Was this? That's funny. So in this case, this is Code Academy teaching me because Copilot's not going to teach me that, right? All right. So I think we're good for functions for now. What else do I need to know about functions? Can I function with function parameter. Let's see what that looks like because that is not what I was looking for. Definitely not what I was looking for. Function with wow, that's weird that it's trying right? It's not an alias. I don't know what it's trying to do there. That's interesting. So function with list parameter. Oh man, it even knew it needed a loop through the list. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Man, that's amazing. All right, so then if I run that, oops, if I do that, boom, 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 boom. That is great. Function with Dictionary parameter. It knew I was going to ask that next. Oh my word. This is ridiculous. Right. Okay, so you loop through items. Okay, that makes sense. Boom, 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 boom. Let's run it. There it is. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. Okay. Function with tuple parameter. Man, it's literally reading my mind right now. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. Same kind of thing. Now, let's see. Function with... Ooh, I don't even know what a set parameter is. Oh. Okay. Yeah, right. Man, what language uses sets all the time? Is it Kotlin? I can't remember. There's... Yeah, okay. It's dictionary, right? Yeah, same thing. Yeah. So with function parameter, like I want to see some. Okay, callable. I always wonder what the type was called. And it fills. This is what's crazy to me is that it knows to fill this in with this function all the way from up here. It's impressive. Okay, so the type is called callable. And I'm assuming like if it was a class or some other thing, interface or whatever, we could define that too. We haven't gotten to that yet. Ooh. 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 So it didn't fill that one out. Right, because it's returning a string, it's not returning a function. So this has to return a function in order for it to work. But the principle makes sense. I'm passing it a function, and then it'll call the function inside this. So, okay. So I'll just leave this at that for now. I get it. Anything else with functions? Some quirky things? How do you write an asynchronous function? Async function. How do you do that? Sync function. It's stuck on my sync function and wait. Yield. Okay. So then okay, that makes sense. I got a lot of functions here. 8. Where's the start and end? Did I not call that? Is it I'm calling it. I don't even see start on here. So it needs to at least go to start, but then there's probably some keyword that you have to use. My function 8. Like in JavaScript to be like await. I don't think that's it. Right. Yield. I wonder if they'll teach us that. Maybe I'm jumping ahead of myself here. Functions, dictionaries didn't become a teacher. List function loops, examples, exact top of Python, structures, lambda expressions, and there's a class file input output. All right, so how do I do this? So yield from async function. My function 9, print yield from, so you're waiting for that to be done. That's not going to work though because it's not. So I don't know. It's not teaching me. I don't. Here's the problem. I don't know the right question to ask. My assumption would be on this yield is you call this, does this, it's waiting for something, and then this. But I don't know how to trigger that. first of all, on the function call, when you call it, I don't know if there's some syntax on these kind of functions that you have to call. And then I don't know how to trigger this thing. Yeah. Yield from dun, 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 nothing here. Got nothing. Yeah, okay. Yield is a keyword in Python 3.5. Thanks for that. Is it what? It's explaining it? My function is a generator. Okay. That's kind of hilarious, not gonna lie. All right, I don't know how to call this. Maybe if I want like make an HTTP request. Ooh, it's stuck. Ooh, look at that. It has nothing to do with this. It doesn't know what to do. So, like, what is that? What was it trying to do? Uh-oh, I think it's confused. Function to make an HTTP request. Import requests. Wait, you can import inside a function? That doesn't seem right. Get URL, print. Seems like this should be outside here, and there's probably some package I have to install or something, right? Yeah. All right, that's not going to help me. Make an HTTP request async. Oh, okay. Okay. This is helping me understand something here. Coroutine, my function 8 was never awaited. So do you have to say await? Awaited? Wait, no. What are you doing? Wait, let's do this real quick. All right, how do I do this? Awaited function. That's not an awaited function, whatever. Awaited. Okay then. It's funny how it's trying to figure that out. So this is interesting. This Lambda thing. This answers my question from when I was trying to do this thing, and you had to have an actual function. So this is like an inline function. Like in JavaScript, it's that kind of syntax inside, which is cool. I just don't know how to, as the error says, coroutine my function 8 was never awaited. What if I just like print the error out, was never awaited? Would it do anything? No, it has no idea. Pass? So there's yield and pass. That's interesting. All right, so clearly I have some async, await, Lambda, some other advanced functional things I need to learn. But I think for now, a lot of this functional stuff is good for now. Let's comment that out, and then I think it'll just all run, right? Yep. Okay, cool. All right, on to the next one.